Hey guys, welcome back to Critical Flick. Today I'm reviewing Nomadland. So Nomadland is written, directed, and edited by Chloe Zhao, and it stars Frances McDormand as a woman who decides to leave her life and go onto a nomad lifestyle of living in a van and traveling around the American Midwest. And I have to be 100% honest, when I first went in to watch this film, I actually had procrastinated watching it because I thought it might be really boring, I thought it might be really dry, but it ended up being one of the most captivating films I've seen this year, and it really resonates with me. I think it's a movie that when you go into it, it's a very slow burn film, but you will definitely get something out of it. And one of the reasons why the film for me is so captivating is it feels incredibly genuine because it is based off of a nonfiction novel that's talking about this nomad lifestyle, but people that live this lifestyle in the American Midwest, and some of the people in this film are actually people that live that lifestyle. So the interactions with Frances McDormand and some of these other individuals, it feels real. You feel like you're watching someone. It feels more like you're watching a documentary than an actual film. And this film has a constant, pervasive, almost melancholy feel to it. I won't say that it's incredibly sad. The movie isn't a really sad movie because in a lot of ways it tells the story of community and the human spirit and rising above materialism, rising above, needing to have opulence or even a home. There's a line that's told in the beginning of the film that's said by Frances McDormand that I feel really captures the essence of this movie. She says that she's not homeless, she's houseless. So I like that idea of she creates a home where she goes, whether it be the community she's with, the van she's living in, the connection she makes with these individuals. It's so heartwarming in a way, while you may see it as a little sad on its surface. Because this film takes place over multiple different landscapes, you get some really solid cinematography, and you get to really capture the American Midwest in a way I feel we haven't seen maybe ever, if not in a long time. You get to see the real people living in rural America, how they interact with each other, how they help each other. You always think of the big fancy cities when you think of movies. You think of these really interesting places, but there's so much more intrigue in these little communities out in the middle of nowhere in these mountains, making the best of what they have and being happier than some of the richest people in the world. And this movie really does pull at your heartstrings in particular scenes, especially with Frances McDormand's character interaction with other people and other nomads that are living out in these little communities. There's a really strong bond that is built between her and another character. And I don't want to spoil too much about this film because honestly, I think you should check it out. It's a really good runtime. It's like just over an hour and a half. It's not terribly slow. I will say if you're someone who likes action-packed films or high-level drama thrillers, you might feel it's a little slow, but I think the overall ride and experience of this film makes up for its lack of action or things that may make it seem more fast-paced. And like I said, I do think that the acting is superb in this film. I think Frances McDormand is excellent in this one. I think all the supporting characters are really good, especially those that aren't trained actors. They're just people living their lives. And that's one of the things that I feel makes it feel very genuine. It makes it feel like a really interesting movie because you are seeing the lifestyle. You're not seeing really so much a replication of the lifestyle. You're seeing really what these people go through. And I like that they captured it, like I said, in a genuine way. Because you have films that came out this year like Hillbilly Eulogy. However you feel about that film, it's a Hollywood production of someone living in Appalachia, where this feels like the actual nomad lifestyle. It doesn't feel like it's being made to be a drama, something to be consumed. It really feels like a movie being made just for these people, to showcase their lifestyle, and it just so happens to resonate because of how human it is. Another thing that really stands out for this movie too in particular is the score. It really works perfectly. They know when to use it and when not to use it. It creates some powerful moments of awe and wonder of being out in the world, out in the wilderness, being free, completely being free of all the constraints of being at a home or being kept in one location. So they're able to really capture that these orchestral swells and these wide open plains, these wide open spaces, and they're able to pull it back and create some really quiet moments that really captivate you and draw you in. It draws your focus. This movie does a good job of capturing the little things, capturing the little mundane things in life and how they make you feel and how you experience them given your circumstance. So if I were to rate this movie, I would give Nomadland a 9 out of 10. A really incredible film that I feel really captures the idea of community, the human spirit, what it's like to be these people, to experience this lifestyle. I know it might not hit for everyone because of its somewhat slow nature and its kind of obscure material. Maybe you cannot relate to this or you kind of miss the point of what's beneath the surface, because while I said it has kind of a pervasive theme of melancholy going on throughout, and still does manage to be very uplifting and inspiring of what people can do when they come together as a community. It really surprised me. It was a movie that, like I said, I expected to be really boring. I thought it was going to be an Oscar bait film that I couldn't really resonate with, but at the end of the day, as I continued to watch it, I felt myself more and more drawn in, and I would even watch this film again. It's a movie that you can pop on and experience it, and you don't have to really dive into it. It's kind of hard to explain. It's a movie you can kind of just hang out with and you can absorb, and it's very calming in a way. I really surprised me how much I did enjoy it. So if you checked out Nomadland, let me know what you think about it. I'm really interested to see if people are as captivated with it as I am. I could see how you could go into it and start watching it, especially if you can't get past like the first 30 minutes or so, because the film follows a very similar vein throughout the whole movie as you're growing with this character. But if you can just really connect with it and get to the deeper levels of it, I think it's just a really fantastic movie. But I would be interested to see if some people might just give up on it and what they think about it. So again, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.